Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to see how to calculate a simple SIP returns. So SIP is basically systematic investment plan. So you put in the same amount of money, say 2 or 3,000 rupees every month, either into a mutual fund, or in this case, we are going to consider doing an SIP into a particular stock. Okay. And we are going to see what will be the net result after 60 investments, right? So 60 months basically, which is 5 years, assuming a certain annualized rate of return and assuming a certain starting amount for your SIP. Okay. And for the sake of today's video, I'm going to consider this share, which is called as HDFC Bank. Many of you might already know the company. And if you see the last 10 years, compound annual growth rate has been 19%. Okay. That is the annualized returns the stock price has been giving. To make it a little more easier for us, instead of 19, I am taking even a more conservative number, which is 15%. Okay. All right. So first of all, in the first month, your SIP amount will be is equal to the starting amount which you have planned. Say you start at 5,000. Okay. So I'm going to assume for the first year, right, up to month 12, you're going to invest the same amount. Okay. I'm just dragging this down. Okay, that's fine. Share value. Okay, so going back, if we see the current share value, share price is around 1,506. So I will assume, let us consider the value to be 1,500. Okay, the current value. Okay, now coming to shares bought. Okay, of course, you know, in India we cannot buy fractional shares, right, of a particular stock. What I am going to do is I am going to divide our planned SIP investment, okay, by the value of the share. Okay, so this will give us 3.33 and I am going to round it to the nearest number, right? The nearest number to 3.33 is basically, you can put a comma 0, nearest number to 3.33 is 3. Okay, so now what has happened is actually we bought 3 shares at the share value price of 1,500. So the actual value that we have spent on the shares is this 1,500 into 3. So we actually, our planned SIP investment is 5,000, but we have only spent 4,500 because if we bought a fourth share, we need 6,000 rupees, right? 1,500 into 4, but our plan is only 5,000. So yeah, we are spending 4,500 rupees to buy 3 shares. Remaining 500 is going away, but it's fine. Still, you know, you're meeting 90% of your SIP planned amount. Okay. Now let us assume the annual returns as I've shown here is 15%. Okay. So if annual return is 15%, then I will just type it out here. So monthly returns can be calculated roughly by saying it is equal to that 15% divided by 12, right? There are 12 months in a year. And if I convert this to a percentage, it's, and open the decimals, it's 1.25% per month, right? That's the compounded annual growth rate, but at a monthly level. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is the share price, which is 1,500, if it is growing at 1.25% per month, what will we do? We would say this number into that 1.25% growth plus this number again, right? So this will give us the share price after 1.25% growth after a month. So 1,500 becomes 1518.8. Now I can just drag the formula. So it will take the previous cell as reference in each case, as you know in Excel. So I just drag this simply. We need to understand that we have to, so this is constant, right? So we have to freeze this cell. Okay, H2, and then yeah, it should be good. Now when I just drag this, you see the value increases. Okay. All right, cool. Now the same formula I can drag down again. Okay, here we're getting division by 0. We'll fill up these numbers, but as you see, in almost all the months of the year, right, we are able to buy 3 shares, and I can just drag this formula to see what is the value of shares. So our planned invested amount was 60,000, but in the end we have invested about 57,871, as you see here, which is not bad, right? We have almost met 95% of our target, which is okay. Now I'm going to do a simple thing. see, all of us, usually when you're working in a job, you expect to get some kind of increment in your job, right? Similarly, when you get an increment in your job, you can definitely increase your SIP amount every year by a small percent. I'm going to assume that your SIP increment is 20%. The number looks big, but what is 20% of 5,000, right? It is just 1,000 rupees, right? So for the second year, you can definitely increase your SIP plan by 1,000, and so it will become 6,000. So it's basically this number 5,000. I'm just going to freeze it, okay, and multiply this by 1.2, right? So it's a 20% increase. So for the second year, starting from month 13, my SIP or your SIP planned amount can be 6,000, and I will track that for the full year. So basically till month number 24, right? 24 is the end of the second year, okay. And now I can just drag this formula again. As we know, the share price is increasing at 1.25% every month, right, roughly. And we have the share value, and I can just drag this formula as well again, okay. Similarly, right, moving to the third year, again from 6,000 another 20% increase. So which is essentially, can just select this, right? One second. So I can just select this cell and freeze this value because I'm going to use it in the formula. And I say 1.2. So 7,200 is doable in your third year from month 25. I'll drag the same till month number 36, right, end of the third year. Similarly, from the fourth year beginning, which is the 37th month, I would calculate this into 1.2. Okay, so 7,200 into 1.2, 8,640, and I'll drag that from 37th month to 48th month, okay. And then the final year, again a 20% increment on this number, big. So you can actually do a 10,000 SIP after 5 years when your salary will go up. So you can increase your SIP from 5,000 to 10,000 over 5 years, definitely doable. So that will be your SIP investment in year 5 for each month, 10,368. So I'm going to just drag this formula till the bottom. I'm going to go back up and fill these cells, okay. So and fill up this cell as well, okay, and fill up the last cell, right? Okay, cool. Okay, and I just remove this. So basically at the 60th month, the share price, right, share value is expected to be about 3121.8, assuming the current share price is 1,500 and it has an annualized return of 15% as you see here, which means a monthly return of 1.25, right? That will be the share price after the end of 5 years. And this will be your last investment, right? The amount, so you're buying 3 shares at 3121, so 9,365 will be your investment, okay. Now let us do the calculation, right? So what is the total value invested? So total value we have invested is the last column here, okay. So I'm just summing up the full column. So we've invested 4,34,470 approximately, right, in rupees. Let us check this with our planned SIP investment. It was 4,46,000, right? So we have not been able to invest everything because of this concept of fractional shares not being available in India, but still for 4,46,000 plan, 4,34,000 we have been able to execute, which is fine. Now total value of investment after 5 years, for that we can simply go and first of all find the total shares, right, we have purchased. So I'm going to go back up. So this is the shares bought each month. I'm going to add all of them till the last. So I know we have purchased 194 shares. This is the final price, right? So basically we can put the final price into number of shares, that is the total value of our investment, 6,05,000. So this is cell C64. I can just go up and reference that here. So 6,05,000, right? So what is the profits, this minus this of, so do a subtraction, right? This is the value of our investment minus our value invested. We get a profit of about 1,71,000, right? Of course, you might have to pay maybe a little bit of tax on this if you sell it here and there, but assuming you hold everything, this is your profits, okay? So it's super powerful, right? So basically, even at a 15% annualized return, which is very doable for a stock like HDFC, as historically it has given 20%, and with their good management and performance, definitely 13-14% at least is usually achievable, and unless something really gets disrupted, something really goes wrong. So you could use this calculator and adapt it to your need. I could even change the starting amount, for example, to 7,000, and the formula will populate accordingly, right? When I invest first year 7,000, second year it becomes 8,400 and so on. In that case, you see, we invest a total of 6,28,400 over 5 years. Our investment becomes 8,77,000, right? So we make a profit of about 2.5 lakh in just 5 years, right? Sounds like a cool way to actually make 2 to 3 lakhs of profits over a 5-6 year period if you invest in a fundamentally strong company which has an annualized return of 15%. Suppose you want to be more conservative, I will make it even 12%. So monthly return will be 12% by 12, which is 1%. Even here, as you see, the invested amount is 6,24,000, value of investment is 8,14,000, and we're still making profits close to 2 lakh over a period of 5 years, which is cool, right? I hope you enjoyed the video. I will drop the link to this spreadsheet in the description section. You can take a look at it. You can substitute it with any other share you're looking at. Vary the annualized return rates, vary the starting amount rates, vary the increment of SIP rates. You can also change this and check it out for yourself. It's a cool way to start planning your SIP investment to make money and generate wealth over the long term. I'll see you again in another video. Till then, take care. Bye.